just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. This was the scene a few minutes ago, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. From the end zone, it's D'Ernest Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the air now with Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, The league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
Here's Watson. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is it. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. All day, dog.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down.
To throw is Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down at 5.
Line up. Hey, 4 down.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, we got 3 down. 11. Set 24. Undercrush.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming behind.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
It's just me and you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go, here we go.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A little juke. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball 3, and it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. A give running right is Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Reset. 19.
Check, 59.
I can't believe they let you play.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, second down.
59.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the gun, here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
You got nothing today.
Now it's Watson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Gun three down.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go.
3 yards remain for second down.
All day, every day, any day.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Joe Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Get set. Big 13. Big 13. Hey, number 28.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here we go.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Here we go. 180.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 28. Mike 28.
They go play action with Burrow. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Mike 28. Hey, defense, let's go.
On the run, it's Mixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Shot before the break, Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the backer.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2, ready?
Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We own them. Hey, number 28, Mike.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Check.
11.
Mike 28.
Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape.
Mike 28. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow flushed out right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Gun.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? It's hot.
Burrow will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
11 MT, tape.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180.
Good track.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow on play action.
Mike 42. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
I'm coming.
Back to throw, Watson. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
I'm here all day.
Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On one, ready? Mike 45, check Mike 45.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
12, 12, 12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 99.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Mike's 42. Mike's
11, 11, 11.
Let's go.
Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Burrow. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Gun.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right, 80.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon.
Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left.
Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
That's out to Chubb, complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? To the air yet again. Watson completes it right side to Cooper.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Being chased out left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Hunt is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there. And it's 2nd down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Right, 80. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, number 28.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
That's going to be a long day.
An option handoff here to Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
Here we go.
Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They got to go.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, can. We got double up.
Now they run with Mixon. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
How How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Here we go, here we go.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the fourth. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
On 2.
42's the mic. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Hey, can.
And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Cincinnati, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they lose a tough one here to close out the regular season as they finish at 12-5. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card.